A young couple, Catherine and Francois, are trying to flee from a pursuer who ultimately catches Francois and drags him to his death. The pursuer also seizes Catherine just as she reaches a monolith in the grassland. For American college friends Sophie, Ben, Yenny, and David are vacationing in the Irish countryside at Sophie's suggestion. Their driver, Ian, drops them off at a monolith they saw earlier. Sophie, a history major, notices a symbol on the monolith before they head to a local bar with the others. There, they meet a friendly old man named Hamish, who shares the village's history. It was once a gold mining center, but the population dwindled when the gold was exhausted. The friends agree to be taken to a cottage from which they can begin hitchhiking to the cavern, though they remain cautious of Hamish and his grumpy son, Sean. That night, Yenny investigates a noise outside and sees a figure running past the window. She wakes the others, and they find out that Hamish and Sean have locked them in. Suddenly, a figure enters the cottage through the fireplace and forcibly takes Jenny's gold earring. During the struggle, David's leg is bitten by the creature. The four friends manage to escape and hide in the cellar of the village hall. There, Sophie finds a mythology book that reveals the creature is a Tuatha De Danann, or Leprechaun, who owns the gold the villagers once mined. The villagers, who didn't want to leave the village, refused to return the gold and now must sacrifice to humans each year as compensation to the leprechaun. The leprechaun craves gold but can be repelled by a specific symbol found on the monolith, which acts as a barrier it cannot cross. Another symbol had been placed at the leprechaun's cave, but when the villagers mined the cave and took the gold, the cave collapsed, allowing the leprechaun to escape 15 years ago. Outside, Hamish and Sean are joined by their friend Ian, where Hamish expresses concern that his son may be losing faith in their sacrificial plan. The four friends are confronted by Hamish, who confirms that the villagers sacrifice tourists each year to avoid sacrificing themselves. Sean, weary of the unjustified sacrifices, eventually lets them go. Meanwhile, Hamish finds Ian impaled on farm equipment in a shed and escapes as the creature kills Ian. An old woman named Mary, revealed to be Hamish's accomplice, offers to help the four escape, but instead, they are tied to trees as offerings for the leprechaun. The monster arrives and rips out Jenny's golden tongue ring. David manages to distract the leprechaun from Yenny, but is slashed across the torso, cutting his rope and allowing him to free the others before he is attacked and killed. The remaining trio return to the cottage to set a trap for the monster. However, the leprechaun tricks Sophie and Ben into striking Yenny with their axes, killing her. Sophie and Ben fetch Hamish's truck but are cornered by the leprechaun inside the village hall. The leprechaun catches Ben and kills him by ripping out his spine. Cornered by Hamish, who is still intent on sacrificing her, Sophie is saved by Sean, who, feeling guilty for allowing his father and the villagers to sacrifice so many people, pushes Hamish into the cellar. The leprechaun kills Hamish in the cellar, devastating Sean. Sophie then boards Hamish's truck but crashes while trying to avoid the leprechaun. She continues her escape on foot and, when the leprechaun finds her, distracts it with gold coins before killing it with Francois knife from the prologue. Sophie finally crosses the monolith to safety just as 3 leprechauns are revealed running through the tall grass, and she continues her escape.